This is a Poet Punch podcast.
And we're back.
I'm excited.
Oh
wait,
yes. Pick a number between 1 and 80.
46.
Wait, no, that wasn't.
12.
12. Gawk. I don't think that's going to be coherent to anyone.
No, you should cut out so much of that and then just make it be 12. Cock.
Yeah.
And then move on.
All right, we're at B. We're at B. Oh fuck! If we end up with Bucky, I'm going to be so annoyed.
Bucky would be good, man. Haven't we already done a Bucky story in some way, though?
Yeah, we've probably.
What was the Bucky one?
Did we have? Well, we also had both Captain America and the. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rue's here, by the way. She's in the back. She's working. Yeah. Unlike us.
Cable. Interesting. Bite again. Oh god.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
2. So line 2.
Line 2. Never mind.
It's fine. Oh my god, bug-eyed voice. Bug-eyed voice is such a good. Okay, we've got bug-eyed voice, Bull Brogan, Bulldozer, and Bullseye. I have watched a video essay of Bullseye, and I fucking love that character. I know he's in Daredevil, and I need to catch up and watch it properly. But I fucking love the comic version of Bullseye from what I've. 1 in 6.
Let's go! It's Bullseye! We got Bullseye.
Bullseye! Bing, 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 bing!
I love Toy Story.
Toy Story. You're so right.
All right, we have Bullseye.
Yes, man.
Now.
The man, the myth, the legend. Right, so first off, we bring back Colin Farrell. We bring back Colin Farrell clearly going for a drug episode.
How about this? How about this? We do Bullseye.
Right.
But...
We wait a bit for Rue, I think. Set up.
Okay, alright.
Do you want a cookie?
Ding. No, I actually have a fuck ton in my bag somewhere.
Bruh.
Rue,
do you want a cookie?
A cookie?
Yeah.
One of Tom's endless cookies.
No, it's one of my endless cookies.
No, I'm okay.
Reach for the sky.
This is a disaster.
What do you mean this is a disaster? You're a disaster. Oh, bro, you found the wackest fucking... They're always rancid, those ones.
No, I fucking love them.
Get the Maryland cookies if you're going to do that, man.
All right. Anyway.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Anyway, back to it.
Back to it. Guys, Tom has brought out a bunch of chocolate chip cookies that I'm not impressed by. That's all I'll say.
I don't need you to be impressed by them.
Wow, you're so funny.
Fuck you. Fuck you. That wasn't very nice.
No. Anyway, I suggest to avoid Daredevil spoilers.
Right? Yeah, for me, because I'm going to be very happy with that when I watch it. But
we go for
a whole new Bullseye.
A new Bullseye. Either Doomverse. We haven't done one of those in a while.
Oh, hold on.
Or
we just make it the same character from Daredevil, but we do it in Secret Wars.
No,
so we do it in Battlegrounds.
I want to do it in the Battle World.
Oh man. Do you know about his whole comic book thing, like his origin?
No, which you can. But let's just before that.
Yeah, go on.
We can with the fact that we know that the classic Fox X-Men are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to maybe think about saying that the Ben Affleck Daredevil and Bullseye are in the same universe as the Fox X-Men?
Oh, what? Because Elektra was in...
Yeah, and we do the Bullseye
Deadpool and Wolverine
from the X-Men universe, who we can then bring into Doomsday after.
Maybe. I do love the idea of bringing... Like, we have Bullseye. We have the opportunity to redo Bullseye. Daredevil Born Again has a good version of Bullseye, and then we just say, fuck it, let's bring back the most notoriously clownish version of this character that you can imagine. and it's just Colin Farrell, who's clearly a little bit coked up at the time, just going, Bullseye. And then, like, it's brilliant. Anyway, his backstory in the comics was essentially that he came from, like, a deadbeat household, and then he was, like, the only one that didn't get burnt in a, like, house fire. And I can't remember if he incidentally caused it, but then he got raised by an adoptive family, and his people were realizing that he was very good, like, he was just instinctively very good at aiming at things. So his adoptive dad pushed him into baseball, but then it got really boring to watch him play baseball because he would just automatically be good every single time and do a home run. So it got so boring to watch because he kept on just shooting it out of the stadium. So everyone else was looking really bored and glum, and it was just his dad enjoying it. And then he was getting bored of it as well. So one time he just intentionally aims for the thrower's head and fucking kills him.
Oh.
And he's just let off the hook for that one. But it's just that's his origin point. His whole thing is just that he is just he doesn't have superpowers. He is just very good at aiming at things to an insane level.
All right.
So he is literally like the Rube Goldberg machine of, like, chucking things.
Yeah.
So, like, no matter where he will just naturally get it. It's like that, like, it's just Hawkeye to a whole other degree.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I think we do a movie.
Right.
I think it's set in the X-Men universe with Colin Farrell and them lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we make it that, like, the villain, whoever our villain is, and it's not him, but he's not exactly a hero either. He's like an anti-hero.
He is, like, the definition of a villain because he just does... Yeah. Like, he is... I don't think you could ever even put him in an anti-hero category because he just does shit maliciously. Like, he is the guy that will just let his inner thoughts win every single fucking time.
But I'm thinking of, like, a storyline where he has to, like, fight off against, like, I don't know, like, X-Men Sentinels or something. And he's the only reason that he's the only one that can stop them. Because
why is he fighting the X-Men Sentinels?
He's not X-Men's testicles. Did you say?
No, I said Sentinels. I think I'm now panicking. X-Men testicles. X-Men Origins Wolverine balls.
Anyway,
fuck.
I'm thinking of, like, you put him in a scenario where every other person who's meant to be a hero is incapacitated or something.
Yeah.
And then you're left with the guy who's the worst person. The guy you would never want to, like, put in charge of, like, saving people.
Right.
It's either that or it's, like, how do you do a movie about Bullseye? I've not. And I think you want it to be X-Men related.
First thing.
Mm-hmm.
This has to be a really stupid fucking movie.
Yeah.
First pitch for song. Eminem. You've only got one shot, one opportunity, so don't miss your chance.
Yeah, sure.
It has to be genuinely cringe-inducing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of it, he has to go for full comic origin costume.
I think that plays over the opening credits scene.
Yes. So the credits opening scene
is a montage of him.
Is essentially we're just going to rip off all of the Deadpool stuff. So every time Deadpool was like, so you see how they did me dirty in insert film, right?
Yeah.
That, but we just get him to put in the normal costume.
Actually,
that's it. Done.
I think you could definitely do a more Dexter vibe with, like, a movie that has, like, his voiceover.
Oh, you could 100% do him having inner monologues Dexter style. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he is very much just, what if I just smash this guy's face?
You know that one scene in Daredevil, the original series, where he's like trying to sneak in somewhere, and then he's having, like, imaginary thoughts of Kingpin giving him commands. So he's, like, he's, like, with, like, a security guard.
Wait, which one is this, sorry?
I think it's, like, in season 2 or 3. It's in one of them.
Of
Daredevil.
It might be 3, because it's not in 2.
Where it's basically him, like, he's, like, standing there, and this security guard is, like, checking him, patting him down.
Yeah.
And then just behind him is, like, Kingpin that's, like, Do it. Take his gun.
Yeah, I think that's season 3. I haven't seen season 3.
I think you could definitely do, not to rip off like Void from Thunderbolts.
Oh, you just do.
But like having like him having like almost like angel and devil, like going really for it. Like,
do you know what I think it should be? It should never just be he's standing there and he's got an angel and devil on his shoulder. He just is two people having a back and forth conversation. One of them is the slightly nicer, one is one. So it's good cop, bad cop, but it's internal monologue Ford the entire time.
Mm.
So it's essentially just him, like, one person takes the wheel at one point, another person takes the wheel at another point, and it's just constantly back and
Colin
forth.
Farrell.
And it's Colin Farrell.
Okay. I like that.
Colin Farrell would also do that well.
Mm.
He would probably say, absolutely no way in hell will I go back to this role.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you could ever convince that man to do that, especially because he was in a really bad place at the time of doing it as well. Like, not only was it a shit film and a shit role, he was also in a shit... Yeah, like, he was at a shit point in life. Like,
so do you know what I think? I think we open this movie with like a Megamind style. He kills Daredevil. It's like how the movie opens.
Oh yeah. Especially because in the comics, his whole rivalry with Daredevil is essentially that Daredevil's the only person that like beats him, or like is like the first person to properly beat him, and then because of that, he just starts losing his fucking mind. Being like, "What do you mean? I'm so used to just things automatically going my way because I have this innate sense of being able to do."
Yeah, I think
bang, and then someone's head explodes.
What we end up making is like the kind of movie where it's like if the Joker really kills Batman, what happens next? Like what does that look like?
I don't know if it is the same as that.
No.
But here's why. Is because Bullseye is less innately tied to Daredevil than the Joker is innately tied to Batman. Bullseye is more of a, this person just happens to have given me my first reality check.
Yeah.
And then from there, like, I resent this man, but he's not the be-all and end-all of my thing. Oh, also, he should... he does, like, kill Elektra point-blank in front of Daredevil at one point.
Mm.
That's also something he does.
But I think we can do the opposite. We can do like the opposite. So
we essentially just have the Elektra look at Daredevil, boom, crack, complete like.
Well, yeah, like he tries to kill Daredevil by like throwing something and it bounces like 300 times like throughout a fight scene.
Is this a movie? Is this a TV movie? Is this a little special look again?
Yeah.
Are we going for another special look version?
Well, okay. What I'm picturing here, in terms of like the visuals of this fight, is that like he has like a fucking bouncing ball stone thing or whatever.
Yeah. Something that should be non-lethal is suddenly lethal.
Is that they're in like a very small room.
Yeah,
and he's fighting Daredevil, and he throws the ball or whatever at the beginning of the fight, and then it's fist fight for most of the thing, while the ball is just kind of bouncing around
because he knows exactly where.
And all he's doing is
lining
up Daredevil to be in the way, and then like the end of the fight is, and then boom, domed like straight like on the head or like through his neck or whatever.
Yeah.
And Daredevil's just dead.
Very fun.
And then that's when you hit credits. For opening credits.
Opening credits.
It's over.
That's over. Done. That was it. We did it.
2 hours.
Yeah. 2 hours of the ball bounce.
2 hours of a fight scene. And then there's this like bouncy ball that's just in the background going pew 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 pew. And that's it, the movie.
Yeah, and I think...
Wrap it up.
All right.
We're done.
16 minutes. The update was shorter. It was longer than this. Like,
some other fun things about him.
Let's have a look.
He did. I think there was a way where. Oh yeah. So he immediately got conscripted outside of school. Like he became. I think he. Bullseye. So he basically he won baseball. Right. In that way, right? In the insane way. And then when baseball is boring, I'm now going to get into weapons training. gets absurdly good at weapons training, immediately gets hired for a black ops by the federal government, and then as soon as he is on mission for the federal government, that he gets like streamlined through, like they kind of like rubber stamp him all the way through to this black ops mission. He just immediately changes and defects from the US government, and he steals a plane of drug money, and then he uses that drug money to basically jumpstart his mercenary career back in the US. So that is essentially his origin story, as far as I remember it, from how he begins as Bullseye. Which is fucking... I love it, because it's basically just that he was so accidentally good at everything that it was just and...
What about... He kills Daredevil.
Uh-huh.
It's fine.
Right.
He then is like, well, if I've done that... Oh, yeah, hold on. If he's like, well, if I've done that...
Yeah.
I can kill anyone.
Yeah.
I'll assassinate the president for fun. He's
That'll
like,
be
for fun, I'll do that.
Yeah.
He succeeds in that as well.
Oh my god!
Which gets
it's Olympus has fallen from the terrorist perspective.
He kills the president as the next thing of like. It becomes.
Let's just see if I can do it.
He instantly becomes like public enemy number 1.
Yeah.
To which the X-Men are sent in.
Right.
And he pretty much defeats the X-Men.
Yeah.
And kills Charles. Or maybe not kills Charles because, like, we need him alive for Doomsday or whatever.
Gifted child syndrome.
But, like...
It basically, like, he's so naturally talented that he doesn't know what to do with his life.
Yeah.
Is his whole thing.
My autistic king.
But then... I think the real fight is where you have to put him up against, like, Magneto. Where...
Oh my god! And then that's how JFK died.
No.
I've evaded your bullet. Oh no!
Bullseye was the one. Oh, it's all set in the 60s.
No.
It's all set in the 60s. You don't understand.
Eric, where's the second?
So Bullseye. So it's a Days of Future Past prequel to Days of Future Past. So between First Class and Days of Future Past,
and we can have a 60s version of Daredevil still. We can have like a young, kind of like
yes.
Daredevil.
So he basically tries to kill the president. So it's explaining how Magneto got to jail and how he got away scot-free.
Yeah,
but he still tried to kill the president.
And he succeeded.
Because he knew that Magneto would intervene on the shot and then bend the Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Sure. This makes complete sense.
This is so...
So he assumed that Magneto, like how like gunmen assume that the wind is going to blow something in a certain trajectory.
I don't think they assume.
No, they go, okay, the wind's blowing. The wind's blowing this way, therefore I'm going to move the gun slightly this way. He goes, Magneto's going to try and bend the bullet this way, therefore I'm going to shoot this way, and then he's going to bend the bullet into JFK's skull, and then his skull just does that, and then it's a JFK story now.
All right. So this is like the third. I think it's the third time we've killed JFK.
Oh, on this podcast?
Yeah.
Is it?
We did it with Winter Soldier, and then I think we did it.
We did.
I think we may have done it.
I forgot that we killed JFK in that.
But it's all right because this is a different universe.
This is a different universe. This is a different JFK, and his head just did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to go into acts now?
Sure.
Also,
sure,
I have a theory.
Right.
Which is that we do the Daredevil kill at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's a flash forward. But it's a you're probably wondering how I got here moment. And then we show the origin of Bullseye. And then him getting disgraced by Daredevil. And then the final act is JFK.
No.
Yes.
No. Because I think
his childhood is a really fun thing to cover.
Okay. No. We can do that.
Yeah.
But I still think that, like, in terms of him, Bullseye is like small scale,
right?
Until he kills Daredevil,
where he kind of kills his small scale rival.
Yeah. To which he's then like, well, I have to escalate from here because I'm bored.
I guess I'm better than this small league now. I've got to.
So
I've progressed from baseball to mercenary to rogues gallery to now I must kill JFK, the president of the United States of America, just cause.
Mm.
Normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were we?
So we can still show his childhood.
Yeah.
But we can show it through intermittent flashbacks.
Oh, flashbacks, yes.
Yes.
Where something provokes him and he's like, this is just like mini league
Charles
baseball.
goes through his brain.
And he goes to the baseball. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me. Bullseye.
Bullseye. How did this happen? And I just killed a kid because it felt like it.
If you had come to my school, I would have known what to do with you. And then something along the lines, but I'm not a mutant. I wouldn't have been at your school.
Yeah, I'm just built like this, and he's like, oh, you don't have any mutations. You're just built like this.
Can I propose something?
Sure.
There's not much.
Hello, Rugupte here.
Featuring Rugupte.
In terms of flashbacks that remind him of like when he killed that guy, may I propose 2001 Randy Johnson pitching a baseball straight into a dove and exploding it, and he watches it on TV. This is a real thing that happened. It's one of my favorites.
Unfortunately, we're set in the 60s.
That's fine. He can be old.
Yeah.
He sees it later and he's like, this reminds me.
Of the future.
Please let me have this.
I like the idea of an exploding pigeon.
I think we could do something similar. Actually. It's kind of like the Ted Lasso kicking the ball at the dog.
What?
That's exactly what the Randy Johnson thing is. Yeah.
So in Ted Lasso, one of the main strikers in the football thing
is it the one that
goes to score a goal, and the like club mascot dog gets loose and runs in front of the goal and gets hit by the ball and fucking dies.
Which I think is based off the Randy Johnson thing.
Insane. Okay. Right.
Picture of the bird exploding.
Yeah.
I'm vaguely aware, yeah.
I'm almost imagining the credits sequence being like a bit like the Deadpool and Wolverine, like it's clearly not meant to be serious at all. It's like a montage of all of these different weird trick shot things that he gets.
Right.
And like some of them can be like him throwing a ball and it like bouncing through several buildings and then hitting birds and like getting a strike of birds or something.
Like he hears like drilling noises outside and just like Rube Goldberg someone's face off.
Is this personal to you in some way?
No. I'm not annoyed by that. Thank fuck that they're not doing it while we're recording.
Don't invoke them now. All right.
Bang bang.
Right.
It's literally like the pipe noises from Half-Life. Like ding ding ding. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Let's get into acts.
Lock in. Axe.
Right. I think this is a relatively short one. It's quite easy.
Do we want to just go for 3 acts?
Yeah. I love a
cheeky.
I love a good 3-act structure.
Cheeky, good little 3-act structure. Beginning, middle, end.
Yeah.
Go on. Beginning.
Killing Daredevil.
Kills Daredevil. Right.
Middle.
Plans how to kill JFK.
Has a fight with the run-ins
with the X-Men. The X-Men start tailing him. Act 3. Kill the president, fight the X-Men.
Yeah.
Magneto gets arrested.
I think
it's pretty simple, actually.
I think we could definitely have a sequence where, like, when Daredevil is killed, some lower tier X-Men are sent to investigate it.
Yeah.
And maybe they send in... Okay, maybe.
Right.
It's the 60s, right?
The only problem I have with this, right, is that we want the Charles sequence, but Magneto and Charles are not on speaking terms.
Yeah.
Charles was not there during the JFK stuff.
Yeah.
According to Days of Future Past. So they would have to meet each other tangentially.
Oh, yeah, and Charles doesn't have his powers, does... Oh, maybe he's not quite learned the... You know, in Days of Future Past, he has that serum that gives him his legs back, but takes his powers away.
Right.
He's not quite got that yet.
Oh, wait. No. I've got it. So he has a little... maybe it's the sequence where... Hear me out. So there's the bit where he's becoming a Black Ops special mission guy, right?
Right.
Charles Xavier maybe does some screening, some mental psychology screening for the government.
Right.
and says, no, you should not put this man in the field.
Yeah.
And then they do it anyway because he's really good at hitting things.
Yeah. And it goes wrong
And it goes wrong. So Charles is just vaguely aware of this. And it's a good way of introducing that, what's going on with the baseball origin story.
Right. And is that happening after he's killed Daredevil or before?
I think the first 10 minutes of this, like how X-Men Origins Wolverine does that, like Wolverine through the ages. It's kind of like he is just really good at shooting guns, and then
so it really is the Megamind structure of showing the origins, showing the rivalry, winning immediately.
Yeah, no, actually,
is just Megamind.
Yeah, okay,
all right.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
3-act structure, guys. It's Megamind. It's
done. Act 1, Megamind. Act 1. Act 2, Megamind. Act 2.
Act 3, kill the president.
Yeah.
Done.
We're so on it.
I think we're done. I love Bullseye. If there was any unironic, so obviously I wouldn't be pitching this because this is, something that we're coming up with on the fly in like 20-30 minutes.
Yeah.
But if Mr. Feige ever unironically came to me,
what do you mean? He's here with us now.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think?
If he Marvel,
yeah.
if he actually ever came to me and said, "Write me something," I would write Bullseye.
I would write bullshit.
I would write either X-Men, the X-Men, coming of age school thing, or I would write Bullseye.
I still think the X-Men school thing would be great.
It would be great. Talk to us, Mr. Feige, please. I know that this podcast has no evidence of us being competent or qualified.
What do you mean?
And it's just us talking out of our arse.
Hey, look, we made the Nebula miniseries. All right, we made the Nebula miniseries.
That was alright.
That's probably the best thing we've ever. And the Red Guardian prequel.
The Red Guardian one's also good.
Yeah,
there are some good ones.
Yeah,
there's also some utter slop, but there are some good ones.
Yeah, like Headpool.
Headpool is so garbage. It's so shit. I 100% blame the premise as well, because where the fuck can you come up with a story for Headpool?
I think we did well.
We did well for what we were given. We came up with a weirdly meta piece for Headpool.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Where does Bullseye end up in this? In prison?
No. I think he's living La Vida Loca.
Yeah.
He's on a distant beach, and then Magneto's being in jail.
Yeah. When I get out of here, Charles.
They have like a. He has like a Venom beach sequence.
So he's alive.
So I reckon he's alive and just in some remote country because he can't go back to the US.
Mean that when the incursions start happening in Doomsday.
Yeah. He becomes a Baron in Secret Wars.
Secret Wars, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think should happen. And it should be Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
And he would love that pitch. He would love that pitch. It's like, all right, mate, you've now done In Bruges, Banshees of Inisherin, The Lobster, the Penguin.
He's done so many animals.
Like so many good, unironic, like hearty, like emotional pieces, and then it's like, yeah, mate,
welcome back.
Sugar as well is great. All of these shows, brilliant, and then it's just like, welcome back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You are playing Bullseye. You know that guy where you say Bullseye, haha, and then run off.
I've never watched the movie because
it's shit.
Yeah, I'm scared of it.
All right,
I think that's it.
Ben Affleck. You've also got to bring back Ben Affleck for this, or you've got to like get a really good stunt double and then
put him in the costume. I think you go for you get like Ben Affleck's son or whatever. Does he have a son?
Does he have a son?
Yeah, Matt Damon. I think you get Matt Damon as Daredevil.
They're like the same age.
Yeah, I know.
They literally grew up with each other.
I know, but I think it's funnier that you get Matt Damon to be Daredevil because he's in the costume.
Wait, so that would be even funnier. Wait, and then if anyone says, how is this going to flow in the continuity, you say, hear me out. There was a Matt Damon from the Acting Guild in Asgard that then found himself in the X-Men timeline and was stuck there, so he became Daredevil. And then,
all right.
Then he got killed by Bullseye.
Enough!
And that's why Bullseye wins in the...
Enough!
Yep.
I think we're done.
Yep. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. That was a fun episode.
I can't wait to do the cover art for this one. I'm going to cook with this one. All right.
I'm thinking yellow and blue, like X-Men.
I'm thinking it's up to me. You should shut the fuck up.
All right. Holy fuck. All right, okay.
I don't want your input.
All right, fine. Okay, that's it. See you next week.
End of podcast.